So we have here the GTD Audio 260 system. It's a wireless mic system, dual system. And I want to show, I'm not so happy with the sound quality on these mics. It seems like it's actually the same as the 622 GTD audio system. And uh, I have it hooked up to a mixer right here and recording straight from the mixer to audio recorder. And I'm going to show you how it sounds. Test, 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 1, 2, test, 1, 2. Testing, 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 testing. This is the microphone. This is a 6S microphone, the same that's on the 622 as well as the 260. It sounds like it's the exact same microphone system. It's just that the 260 is a more compact one. And so I'm not so excited about the sound quality. I hear like a little bit of a static or something in the background. It almost sounds like almost like a rattling static, or it's just not very good. And also, I think the handling noise. I'm moving my hand. There's definitely a pretty strong handling noise. I feel like it's less on the 733 system. So that's what I'm finding. I'm going to test the other mic real quick. Test, test, test. This is the microphone. This is the other microphone. Still, it kind of gives me that weird static. I don't know if you can kind of hear that. It's kind of after and before I talk. Not sure why, but I hear it. What I do like is that it has all the information displayed all the time. So I can see my group, I can see my channel, I can see the frequency all at once, at all times. So that's pretty cool. And I like the compact size. I just love that because I like packing small, but I do not like the sound quality. So that's one disappointment I have. One thing to know about the GTD Audio 6S microphones, which work with the 622 as well as the 260 wireless microphone systems, it doesn't have the lockout feature. So I can't press these two buttons together and get it to lock. It doesn't work. The 733 7S microphones do have the microphone lock feature, which is pretty nice. Surprisingly, I feel like I see like a little lock icon that shows up there when I start it up. It's almost like as if it could be locked out, but I think maybe they just share the same LCD screen, but they don't share the same feature. I also noticed the microphone element is different. I don't see any label on here to make it obvious model uh, what model it is. I could try to take it out a bit here, take a look at it. See a little bit of shock mounting. I see a little glue kind of sticking on it. It's kind of a rubbery material, but I don't think it's as well shock mounted as the 733. The 733 isn't that great. I would say this shock mounting gets the noise down to like a 6 out of 10, whereas like a Shure SM58 wireless microphone is like a 2 out of 10. It's almost, you almost don't hear any noise, maybe a 1 or a 2 out of 10. I would give these these I feel like are like an 8 out of 10. It barely shock mounts it at all. And I feel like the 733 7S microphones are probably 5 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10. Not that great, but not that bad. So we are here testing out the 733 GTD audio wireless microphone system. And I like the sound of these microphones a little bit better than the 622 or the 260 system. Those ones use the 6S microphones. This is the 7S. It's the same microphone system as the 787 as well. So here I'm going to give a little test with an audio feed straight from the microphones. I'm actually using the microphone right now, and I'm going to switch over. I'm going to have the audio feed coming through here. So here's a nice test. We can hear the different quality of the sound. On this one, I feel like it gives you like less static, kind of a weird sound on the other ones. There was a weird sound I noticed on the other ones, but this one sounds a little bit better to me. Now, of course, it's not the most expensive wireless microphone system, so we can't expect amazing miracles from this thing. But to me, it sounds pretty good. And also, here's the shock mounting. I'm going to move my hand on the microphone. That's quite a bit of movement. Not too bad. I feel like that's acceptable. It's not the best. I would give it about a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Whereas maybe a Shure microphone system that costs you like $500-600, those would be like 2 or 1 out of 10 with very little noise. I would give this more like a 5 or a 6, and maybe like the cheapest microphone might have like a 9. I would say the 622 or the 260 was close to an 8 as far as handling noise. This is a little bit better, but not perfect. So that's my take on it. I'm going to take apart the microphone and show you what's inside. So here we have the microphone. I'm going to, so we can just take this apart, see the microphone element itself, and I can see what they did is it looks like they have a little bit of maybe a neoprene foam or something here. Just it's a really thin layer, so it's not that great, but at least it's better than the other one, than the 622 system or the 6S microphones. I feel like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's like a no-name brand probably, but the funny thing is it has this little screen, and I feel like a rattling screen is what I hear on the other microphone, which I don't see a screen, but maybe it has something inside, and maybe it's not very well put together because it makes an odd sound. Another thing I really like about the 7S system is that you can press these 2 buttons together and you got it to lock, which is really cool. You see that little lock icon? So that way we can't mute it. So if you have some performance going on, or you just don't have anybody accidentally turning off that mic, which can be an issue. So that's cool. And to unlock it, you just press those 2 buttons together again and you're unlocked, and now you can turn it off. And another thing is you got a battery meter on the microphone itself, and you have a microphone battery meter on the receiver itself. So the operator will actually know when the battery is getting low, which is very cool.